Adult children of helicopter parents, how do you deal with them now? Hold on, let me go ask my mom. Unfortunately, the helicopter behavior continued after I got married and had children. Eventually, the only way to gain control was to go no contact. Edit. Fundamentally it boils down to a complete lack of respect for boundaries. My happiness, marriage, and ability to be a good parent were all suffering because my mother was still trying to control my life. We tried setting up boundaries, but that only escalated things. I would have gladly gone to family counseling if she agreed, but it was far easier for her to complain to her friends that her children don't speak to her. Yes, my brother cut her off too. I strongly recommend the following books: Stop Walking on Eggshells, by Paul Mason, and Boundaries, by Henry Cloud. I also very strongly recommend counseling. I am low contact. A lot of us go low or no contact. Well, my mother flew a Eurocopter AS350 and did pay tours of New York City, New York. My father flew a Bell UH-1 Iroquois during a deployment to Afghanistan. My father is a retired veteran running his own bait and tackle shop, and my mom still does occasional tours from their house in upstate New York. They are both lovely and I adore them dearly. Thanks for asking. It was a nice sense of relief to get out of the house. To put it into perspective, here's some of the stuff that was common in my house. 8:30 bedtime. No shooting games allowed. I could only ever play Minecraft with my friends. Could not close doors other than bathroom. Could not lock bathroom doors. Could not spend your own money without parents' approval first. Could not play on computer unless they were home. Obviously this rule got broken a lot. No social media at all. The one that got me the most though was until high school we could only have sleepovers at our house and could not go to most birthday parties. Getting out of the house to stay with someone else for a little was an absolute godsend. I love being independent and stupid with my money and being able to play whatever games I want when I want. So yeah, that's kinda what it's like. The way that I got my mom to chill out on me was to tell her that I wanted to go to a college out of state. That was the moment she realized she wasn't going to be protective of me forever, and it took her a long time to accept it. As of now, she's been a little easier on me, though she still sometimes treats me like a child. If I'm out of state, then I just limit contact with her and don't call home often. I think a lack of contact is the best everyone with helicopter parents can do initially, because it's just so refreshing to be by yourself with nobody breathing on your neck after so long. My brother and I had no free time allowed growing up, just music and homework allowed. Age 30 plus, my dad has passed away now. He was never the problem. But my mom still does her best to control our lives, inserting herself into situations she doesn't belong, and passive-aggressively putting us in situations that she wants to happen. But cutting her off or telling her she's overstepping makes us the bad ones in her mind. Edited for clarity, so minimal contact and details are all that's on the menu for her from me now. Man shrugging. My brother doesn't get it though, giving her minute details and then getting annoyed when she thinks she can have a say in how he lives his life. My parents weren't that bad, but they were quite overprotective. After I turned 21, I still wasn't allowed out after dark and all that jazz. Had to let them know where I was going and who I was seeing in case I was murdered. What I did was move to another continent. I talk to them every couple of weeks over WhatsApp voice chat. They try and tell me what to do sometimes and I'm just like okay and don't do it. Edit. I'm white British and moved to the US when I was 24. Edit. Last I checked in with them, my parents had agreed that my mum is no longer allowed out into the front garden without my dad because of all the blacks moving in. If you want any more context on them, upside down face. I ignore them. To be honest, it's also because I'm in a different city and have a hectic job. But there was also a period of slowly getting them used to the fact that they would not know and control every detail of my adult life. My parents weren't. But a friend moved to a different state and got engaged, and my friend's mom still managed to be a helicopter parent, visiting at least 3 times a month and contacting either her or her so constantly. It ruined the engagement because the so finally had enough, because even though my friend was annoyed with her mom as well, she couldn't cut her mom off completely. I'd call the details, but it must have been super annoying if someone was like I love you, but fuck having in-laws like this. She is now single and has moved back home. It's unfortunate. They say things, and I just can't go MHMMM like I'm agreeing that I will do those things, but never verbally say I will do those things. I just say no when I'm told to do something or follow a rule. I don't give a reason, even when I'm asked why. It's satisfying. Honestly, me and my husband are trying to figure this out. My Mill is a total helicopter parent. If one of us, me, my husband, or his brother, doesn't respond to her messages within an hour or two, she'll bombard the other two about where we are / if something happened to us. She freaked out on me when I didn't respond to her after 3 hours. We were doing a cross-country drive, and accused me of trying to shut her out and said we're never going to be a real family because of the walls I've built up around myself. I don't know what to do. My husband won't stand up to her as much as I want him to, but I can't do this for the rest of my life. We have to establish some boundaries, but it's not my mom, so I can't be the one to initiate. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.